Michael, thanks. Richard Skinner, Joe Reedy. We've got 4.5 minutes. Let's fly. People are going to start timing us right now. Monday Night Football. Our poll question is a very simple one. Who do you want to beat most in the AFC North? Do you think most people say it's the Steelers?
They probably do, but honestly, the team that you probably need to beat would be Baltimore. They're the second best team, clearly. I mean, it is the Bengals, Baltimore, and then it's a huge drop-off.
After what you saw Sunday, you think it's clear?
Yes. As goofy as it sounds, because
you're shaking your head yes, too?
Pittsburgh's bad.
Pittsburgh's bad. Baltimore's still struggling due to offense and stuff, but I think they're going to turn it around. Jacoby Jones out a couple weeks, but they're still the standard bearers.
All right, gentlemen, you both said it. Pittsburgh's bad. So you're saying that this should be an easy opening Monday night for the Bengals?
No, we saw Sunday in the NFL, nothing's easy. I mean, almost every game was a one-possession game. This has got a chance to be a one-possession game as well. So
with a bad team,
just because of the rivalry, the NFL, the nerves, the fact that look, you're the Bengals. This is almost, I hate to say this, a must-win. You don't want to be 0-2. No team wants to be 0-2. The stats don't lie, man. You don't make the playoffs for the most part if you're 0-2.
Yeah, the Cleveland Browns are 0-2. Are you believing that this is going to be a tight contest as well?
Yeah, because let's look at it last year. Pouncey was out. We were talking about the Steelers' running game. Guess what? Steelers won 24-17 here. So really, until you can get on a run, until you can prove that you've got this over the long haul, they need this win. Andy Dalton in prime time has looked awful, and this franchise needs this as a defining win.
Okay, then let me talk about that then. Andy Dalton in prime time, you say, has been awful. We're talking about a playoff situation. We're talking about national games, and the pressure continues to rest on this quarterback's shoulders. He did very well in week one. It was not turned into a win. Pressure-wise, is this a defining moment for him?
Maybe not a defining moment, but maybe more a defining moment for this team because as we've seen, Brad, 0-6, week 3, Heinz Field, you get that win, 3-0. They still came back to the pack. I think if you want to bury the Steelers for a year or two, you get the win in this game, you get even at 1-1, you see what Baltimore's done. You're pretty good after week 2 compared to the mood after week 1.
The defining game for him is going to come in January in the playoffs. That's the defining game for him. It's still a big game nonetheless.
But yeah, this is a huge step. You talked about Pouncey being out, and I don't know how much the center is going to have a factor on the way Big Ben runs this offense, but without a team that has a really low-grade running game, this may be significant?
Yeah, I think Brad DeGino got to him twice with Pouncey in week 16. And you just look at Michael Johnson and Carlos Dunlap coming off the edge with that pass rush. This team for the last year and a half has learned how to take Ben Roethlisberger down. And with this running game, as much as it struggled, I mean, we thought the Bengals had a minimal amount of quality runs against Chicago. The Steelers were even worse.
You?
I mean, honestly, whichever team runs the football the best is probably going to win the football game. The Bengals have got to do a better job. That's my biggest concern with this offense this year. Will they consistently run it enough?
And what would you like to see them do to have a better running game?
Block up front a little bit better.
Are you saying something then different than they did in game 1?
Yeah, again, you've got to move some people off the football. I mean, you can argue Ben Jarvis doesn't have burst. You can argue he's not as quick as Giovanni Bernard. But 14 for 25 is not on Ben Jarvis. That's on guys creating holes.
Is there a belief that Andrew Whitworth is a key to that, Joe?
I would hope so.
I think he is a key to it, but I also think in the first half they ran the ball well, and starting with that late second quarter drive, they didn't run the ball well, and you got to get back to that. Doing it against Pittsburgh, I don't know if you can because there were 15 carries and 14 yards from Ben Jarvis. Maybe a little more of Giovanni Bernard, but you got to get yards on first down. This team converted 6 third downs last week of 6 yards or more. That's way too lucky.
Okay, I got 30 seconds. Your one key, is it going to stay with the running game to win this game on Monday night?
Yes, whichever team runs the football better wins, and it may be 50 yards to 43 yards before it's all said and done.
And your pick is?
Bengals.
And your one key and your pick?
No turnovers, no mistakes, because the Steelers have made you pay. I still like the Bengals in this one.
Wow, it's all positive on Sunday night. Michael, we'll send it back to you.